As we all know, in the end of almost every Dhamma sharing, we do sharing of merit, and also we do some aspiration towards Nibbana, towards freedom of suffering, like determination or desire to get it. And interesting, what suttas speak about this kind of determination or aspiration towards the goal. Like, is it enough to have a determination and I will reach my goal? I don't follow Noble Eightfold Path, don't do anything. Only have in mind, oh, may I be free from suffering. May my mind be clean and pure. What do you think? Is it enough to have this aspiration? No, it's not enough. So, in Samyutta Nikaya, there is a sutta, number 22.101, where the Buddha gives very beautiful similes on this topic. So he say, imagine the hen or the mother chicken. So she have 8, 10 or 12 eggs. But she doesn't do her job. She doesn't sit properly on these eggs. She doesn't take care, but only have a desire or determination in her mind. Oh, may my chicken break through this shell very safely. Oh, may my chicken come out from this safely and we will enjoy our life. But doesn't do her job. So what do you think? Will this chicken come out safely? Why? Because hen doesn't do her job, yeah? So she has to do what is necessary to be done. And in the same way, Buddha says that if a person, he does not engage in development of mind, he don't take care about his sila, he don't take care about his concentration or stability of the mind and doesn't develop any insight, but only have a determination or aspiration, like, oh, may I be free from suffering, may my mind be pure and clean. So in the same way, this person doesn't reach his goal if he don't do the job. So we all have to do the job. So in the same way, opposite, if this hen would take care and sit on the eggs and give a proper attention, then this chicken would safely come out from the shell and everyone will be happy. So even if this hen doesn't have this desire or determination, so usually it happens when we do something, we have a desire and determination to achieve it. But even without, if we do the job, if we follow the path, if we follow the Buddha's instruction, we will go to right direction. It's good to have determination, it's good to have aspiration, but we always need to remember that the purpose of this is to encourage us to do the job, to give some desire or like direction towards the goal. But by itself it's not enough. So, and interesting, in this sutta Buddha speak about like practice. And what is the practice? Yeah, like accept sila. We know that sila is very important. Then be generous. It's also very important. It's good foundation. And to have a stability of mind. So time after time practice some samatha practice, some stability, some composure of the mind, concentration. And in this exactly sutta, Buddha says that the person who want to get to freedom from suffering, or who going to attain the freedom of suffering, is the person who know and see. And he asked monks in this case, what know and see? What person have to know and see? Interesting question, yeah? So, and Buddha very compassionate give us answer to this question. He said we have to know and see Panchakanda, so 5 aggregates what self try to cling. And we need to know and see how it arises and how it pass away. So what are the 5 aggregates? Yeah, like it's a form, our physical form, feelings, what we feel, like pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, perception, like for example when I see at Buddha Rupa, I perceive it, it's a Buddha Rupa. So this perception, function of the mind. Then any mental activities, sankhara, it's a Pali word. So any intention, any desires or even any movement of the mind. So I just want to continue speaking. You want to listen maybe. Or you want to go and check what's happening in your house. So these kind of thoughts and intentions. And the consciousness itself, so the process of seeing, process of hearing, process of feeling the body, process of thinking. So this more general consciousness. So Buddha encourages us to see these processes and to see how they arise and to see how they pass away. So in terms of body, we all know that body is changing. I just recently, when I was in Sri Lanka, came to embassy, Russian embassy, and show my Russian ID. But the picture there, like maybe 15 years back, and they didn't believe me. They say, oh, it's not your ID, you know. So then I have to prove it, to show some other documents. So they finally, okay. But, I mean, our body is changing, and we may see it. According to science, every 6 months, I guess, all the cells in our body renew. So all cells die and new born. So our body is a process. And the same with the feelings, yeah? Feelings just arise and pass away. Now it's like comfortable to see it. After 1 hour it will be painful to see it. So it's changing. Perception also, like when I first time, for example, come here, I see again on the Buddha Rupa. What is this? My perception just question mark. I don't know what is this. But then I educate myself, I know a little bit. Now I have a perception. Okay, this is the Buddha Rupa. So same way with intentions. Now, for example, I have intention to speak. Again, after 1 hour, I would have intention to eat, for example, or to go back, or you would be bored. So any kind of ideas, we need to see how they arise and how they pass away. And the consciousness in general. So when I see things, when I hear, when I sense, if I have a proper and sharp mind after some concentration practice, it's possible to see how this consciousness, one consciousness is disappear and another consciousness is arise. So why? Why we need to see the arising and passing away of these aggregates? Because when we see them as something external, as something not belonging to us, we may disidentify with this. So the problem with these khandhas, with aggregates, we identify. We think that I am this body, I am this thought, it is my intention. And that's why if I would not achieve something what I want, I would suffer. I would grieve or something like this. Or something change with the body, it's always happening, body become old. If I think that, oh, it's my lovely body, I'm suffer. So to be free from suffering, we need to see all these aggregates as something what is changing. Not be attached to it, not be identified with this. And then slowly, slowly we can get to equanimity, to be in peace always, be in internal happiness. Don't be dependent on any circumstances, whatever other people think about this or speak to us or happening with our body. So this is a goal, and it's possible to achieve. In this sutta, Buddha gave another simile. And then imagine the ship, what was bound by ropes, like, or wriggling, they call it, like in the ship, marine. So during the summer, this ship was around the ocean, but in the winter season and rainy season, they put it on the earth. And during this almost 6 months or even more, because of the sun, because of the rain, because of the wind, this wriggling or the ropes, what bound around the ship, they just worn away. And then for next season, you need to put a new one, you need to put another one. And he say, in the same way how these ropes or wriggling worn away because of the weather, in the same way if person engage in development of the mind, his bondage or defilements would be worn away. So just a matter of time. If we apply our mind properly, if we practice properly, it's just a matter of time when it's happening. But it definitely would happen. And also last simile in this sutta belong to, maybe a few of us notice that sometimes we practice, we do our job. Yeah, we look like look like we do everything okay. But there is no improvement. Sometimes I see mind, there is some same, like I do my meditation, not do, doesn't matter. For like mind is the same. And the inspiration or determination may go a little bit down. Oh, why I need to spend this 1 hour? Like maybe no need. So, and in this sutta, Buddha gives a simile that imagine the carpenter or the person who works with wood, so makes a tables or branches or something like this, and he have an instrument, maybe axe or maybe some other instrument with a handle, with a wooden handle, and he may look on this instrument and see the fingerprint, because this instrument slowly worn away, but he cannot know that like how many this instrument was worn away today or yesterday or the day before yesterday. But when it's worn away, he see, okay, this is instrument already old, it's worn away. So in the same way, when person engage in development of the mind, it's difficult to see day by day some change and improvement. He cannot say, okay, today my defilements lose 5%, or yesterday like 10%. It cannot be seen like this. But only after some time, when you feel that, okay, mind is really significantly pure. So if you compare yourself like maybe 1 year before, mind have less raga, have less desires, have less like aversion or anger, or it's more clearly perceives the nature of things. It have a less delusion. So then okay, I'm going in the right direction. Everything okay. My defilements slowly worn away. But even if after many years you don't see improvement of the mind, so in this case the person needs to check his practice with the good teachers or with the scriptures, because usually in most of the cases, as Buddha say, like with the time our mind become purer and purer. And if it's not happening, something wrong with practice. We need to check our practice. So do a little bit summary of what we discussed today. So it's good to do some determination, aspiration towards the goal, but we need to clearly perceive that it's not enough. We need to work, and we need to be engaged in development of our mind. So we need to see the arising and passing away of all whatever happening in our body and mind, all activities. We need to see it's impermanent. And also, we need to check our mind time after time. Is my mind become pure a little bit compared to myself in the past? So Buddha not encourage us compare ourselves with other people, because it definitely lead to suffering. So if I compare myself with the good teachers who, for example, attain their goal according to like 1, 2, 3 years, but I, for example, practiced 5 years and I didn't attain, it only lead to some suffering. But if I compare myself with myself in the past, it may help me to reflect what I need to adjust in my practice, what I need to maybe pay more attention, what I already developed, okay? So this is important, and teachers encourage us to see our mind time after time.